Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of The Devil's Due. I'm your host, Carl Duty. With me, as always, is my friend, co-host, man who I love and appreciate, Mr. Drew Celestino. Here we are again, folks. Opening another show on a more somber note because felt it was inappropriate to open in our normal fashion. Once again, we are faced with tragedy, anger, frustration, questions why, things that we just don't have answers for. Of course, I'm referring to the tragic shooting that took place in Las Vegas, a couple days ago. 56 people, I believe, dead. A couple hundred more wounded. Because some guy, for some reason, I don't think we're ever really going to know the reason, decided he needed to be evil, become evil incarnate. Because that's what it was. It was evil. It's frustrating. It's aggravating. I'd asked Drew if it was appropriate to do a show this week. Drew felt it was. And I talked to a couple other people. Everyone said, yeah, you got to do it. So we're here to hopefully make your day a little brighter. I know it doesn't really sound that way with the way we're starting out, but again, there's a time and place for reverence and respect. Normally, you can make the argument we're irreverent and disrespectful to many things, and we're going to get to that. We're going to put on a show for you guys, and we're going to do our best to put smiles on your face, but again, it's got to be said. So I've been through a whole roller coaster of emotions with this. Pretty much when I woke up Monday morning and saw what had happened, I stayed off social media for the majority of the day because I kind of figured what it was going to be. It could be one of three things. Either, guns are bad, or guns are good, or thoughts and prayers. Frankly, I didn't want to hear any of it. I didn't want to hear any of it. I didn't want to hear people touting the need for guns because there just isn't. I'm sorry. I normally don't get political on this show, but the Second Amendment is arcane and outdated. It was written at a time when the deadliest weapon was a single-shot musket, and we had just got done fighting a war. We had no military or militia for ourselves. The Constitution was written today. Probably wouldn't have a Second Amendment. At the same time, I didn't want to hear people standing on piles of corpses pushing their political agenda. Don't get me wrong. I'm 100% for gun laws and gun reform and getting rid of assault rifles and things like that. But I think there's a time to let pass before we get into all that. I'm not saying we shouldn't have the discussions. I'm just saying there's a time. So I'm probably letting some anger and frustration out. But yeah. So yeah, what do you got, buddy?
Can't say much more than you already have. It's like we're dealing with a tragedy a month nowadays. It seems like, if not more often than that. It's thoroughly terrible. I don't need to tell you that. You know that. And yep. I really don't have much to say about it because you kind of covered all the bases there. Spare me the slippery slope with governing weaponry. Might as well outlaw all knives if you get attacked with a knife. Yeah, guess what? If someone attacks you with a knife, they have far less capacity to maim and wound 500 plus people and kill 56, or is it 58 now? Either way, that many people from a distance, from a protected room, 12 stories up in the sky, raining down upon innocent people.
Yeah.
Spare me your gun talk. okay? I don't want to hear it. It's ridiculous. Maybe we can try doing something other than nothing at all.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
You know what? I'm at a point, and this is...
Spare me all of that. I just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
You're wrong, and you're clutching to your... What are you clutching to? Well, I'm a responsible... Good for you. A lot of people aren't.
Yeah. And it's something that I've just gotten, like, cynical about, because nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to be done.
No. Oh, God, no.
The day...
Not a thing.
The day we said it was okay that a school full of children got shot up, that was the day I resigned myself. Nothing's ever going to happen.
No,
NRA is just going to throw money at it.
Not only did nothing change, we have a segment of the population that believes it was a hoax, for God's sake.
Well, one guy on a radio show.
Oh, he has people, and I'm done discounting.
Yeah,
I'm done discounting those people as crackpots, because guess what? Those crackpots are out there en masse, and crackpots like that are why we have an ineffective, limp, weak, pathetic leader who got elected in this country by these nimrods who put him in office. Sorry, folks, but I'm just going there today. I don't care.
Yeah,
the two events are not related, but you know what? This is where we're at right now, and I'm just it's baffling. Yeah. It's baffling to watch stupidity reign and terrible things reign, and we just let it go because we want to cling to these outdated notions of what we are and who we. My guns and my freedoms, and dude, no one's infringing on anything. No one's coming over the Canadian border to assault your home.
Yeah,
no, you're not being invaded by anyone. So stop clutching your pearls. Oh, I'm sorry, your guns. Same thing. Who cares anymore? So yeah, anyway, I had to get that off my chest. I'd rather talk about almost anything else.
To quote Simpsons, the screwballs have spoken.
Yeah. Good episode.
Yeah.
Good episode.
So
how many of you were hitting the heads at Malice this week?
So, like, we're both frustrated, we're both upset, but we're gonna press on. Hopefully do a good show for it. It's gonna be, not gonna lie to you folks, it's gonna be kind of tough this week, not because of what happened, but because nothing else is really happening in our kind of realm here.
Well, New York Comic Con's coming up, like you said, and there's probably going to be some fallout from that, and everyone's kind of clinging to that. So not to worry. Well, we got things, we got stuff.
Yeah,
we can talk about stuff.
So as frustrated, as angry as we are,
sorry to lead off with all the venom, folks.
No, I mean we gotta talk about it, because it's like I said when Charlottesville happened. We've got microphones in front of us, and at least some people listen to us, and it's I feel personally when something like this happens, it's irresponsible for us to start the show the way we normally do.
No, I hear you, man.
Start show, get out of the way, get down to business. Especially for me as a father now.
Yeah, you have a whole different perspective on this, and I feel that. I can't appreciate it totally, but I do appreciate the fact that for you with a child, the world the way it seems to be going, that's very spooky, for sure.
Yeah, and with all the stuff we talk about, we know these characters aren't real and whatnot, but I am comforted by a quote from C.S. Lewis that my friend gave me when I was talking to him about whether or not the show should be done this week. This quote simply says, "Since it is so likely that children will meet cruel enemies, let them at least have heard of brave knights and heroic courage." And obviously, with a story of tragedy like this, there are also stories of brave knights and heroic courage of those who were there. Not just the first responders, which run into danger when people are running away, but also just normal people there stepping up and being heroes and just laying down over people willing to give up their lives for someone they don't know or someone who might have been hurt. So for you guys, all you first responders and all you heroes without a badge who were there that night, this show's for you.
Man, I tell you, and then this is also, it kind of does come after, for me, it's just my little spin on it. This comes after the shootings in France at the Eagles of Death Metal concert, and the bombing at the Ariana Grande concert in London, and now a mass shooting at a concert in Las Vegas. I'm a performer. Yeah. I remember vividly the morning I woke up and found out that Dimebag Darrell got killed on stage. killed on stage. I mean, dude, I'm a Pantera guy. Like, that blew my mind, and the thought that that could happen never even entered.
Yeah.
You know, who thinks that could ever happen? So, you know, just as a performer, I'm a little weirded out, and just, you know, I don't know. I've played a lot of shows, and I've seen some sketchy people at shows, and I never, you know, you don't really think about that stuff, but I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows what can happen at any given point in time? It's very disconcerting, to say the least. I try not to let that stuff bother me, but I'm just getting increasingly cynical, and not for nothing, I'm getting increasingly, like, terrified of basically everything. Wish I had a better closer than that, but I'm at the point now, dude, where if there's like a thunderstorm and I see lightning, I have a hesitation for a split second where I think, is that it? Is that the bomb? We going to get vaporized? I'm not even kidding. Like,
no, I know.
Tensions are high.
Well, if it makes you feel
These
better.
are the times we live in, and I'm sitting here worrying about being turned to dust.
If it makes you feel better, we live within stones of the second most tactical target on the East Coast.
Oh?
Niagara Falls.
Why is that a tactical target?
Power generation. First one, of course, being Washington, D.C. Second is Niagara Falls.
I feel like I want to move inland.
No,
All of a sudden.
You really don't.
No, you're right. You know what? If it's going to happen, I'd probably want to be wiped out right away.
Yeah. You want to have the Sarah Connor view of it.
I mean, who wants to live in the, you know, irradiated wasteland to follow, and with the cannibals and the roving gangs of Lord Humongous and the leather and the gas shortages and stuff.
But you could be. Did you see Mad Max Fury Road?
I didn't. I know. I know. I wanted to. I just never got around to it.
You could be the dude riding on the big
guitar?
thing with the flame spewing guitar and the amps.
I could do that. Sure, I could do that. I've seen the pictures.
All right. So
exhale.
Yeah, let's get the show underway. I think we've pretty much discussed how our weeks were.
Did we? Well, really. This has all been kind of the last 2 days.
Yeah, that's
things were better before that.
All right. Well, we shall stand on ceremony, sir. Opening statements. How was your week?
Oh, just peachy up until recently. So we had our little game night on Friday.
Games.
We played some new stuff.
We played
some lightweight stuff, but Tempura, I told
which
you.
was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
Told you.
What else did we play?
It's a nice little palate cleansing game.
Yeah.
I don't think we played anything else too elaborate.
We played one other game, then we switched over to the SNES Classic.
What did we play? What the heck did we play? Oh, folks, we keep up so well with our gamings. I don't know, but it probably wasn't memorable, apparently. So, it's all good. It's all good.
All right.
It's all good. SNES Classic did come out. We'll talk about that en masse a little bit, I think, because it's worth discussing. Saturday, back at it with the band, and quite a bit of activity going on there. New song taking shape. That new song I was working hard on. We ended up getting into it, and it's pretty sweet. Everyone seems to have a good feel for it, and everyone seems to like it, so I think it's going to be a winner. We'll see what happens, though, with our release schedule, because historically, when we do an album, you're talking about a whole stretch of recording time, mixing time, and time.
Yeah.
So we might experiment and, drop a song and then carry on. So, hey, here's something new.
Son? My Wayward Son?
No. Not that exactly. We might put something out and then, let that percolate on the interwebs for a while. Let people kind of take it or leave it. Remind them that we're still here. And then, carry on with the work of making the rest of the album. We'll see. I'm not sure if that's going to work or not, but maybe. Could work. Could work. Anyway, let's see. What else happened on Saturday? It was my anniversary this weekend. Wedding anniversary.
Too.
I know. I think we share one, do we not?
We share a day, but not a year.
That's correct. So on Saturday, the day before, because Sunday was going to be kind of a bit of a mess for us, we went to Roost. Roost, new restaurant on Niagara Street. Cool vibe, very hip, crowded. needed reservations and whatnot. What I will say is it is good, but not great.
Okay.
But not unfairly priced. So take it or leave it. But it's got it's a new hot spot. So I'm just giving you my objective take of the new hot spot.
How long have they been open?
I'm going to say about a year-ish. Maybe
Okay, so they should have their footing by now as far as
I'm assuming they're doing very well. Here's the thing.
whatnot.
Yeah, the chef is one of these. I am reluctant to use the word famous because we live in Buffalo, New York, and famous is very relative. But apparently, he's a chef of some renown.
Okay.
And something's going on. That happened too. We got a new foster dog. I'll tell you about that in a second. So we went to Roost, and we were informed by the waitress, like, "Oh, have you been to?" I forgot the guy's name, but he went to Chef whatever his name is.
We'll say Chef Bob.
Other restaurants before. We're immediately like, no. Well, so the
you know what zip code you're in, right?
Yeah. I guess the menu here rotates frequently. Every couple weeks they do a new theme.
Okay.
So currently it was a fall theme.
Okay. Pumpkin spice.
Some of that. Jen got a fall soup.
Okay.
It was squash, apples, the things you generally would associate with fall. Kind of a puree, though, like a creamy.
Yeah, not things I associate with soup. Apple, anyway.
Oh, you try? Yeah, you can do it. But there was a hidden note in this soup that was actually quite delicious. It was like, did you ever have minestrone soup?
No, that's like Italian wedding soup, right?
Not exactly. Minestrone.
Minestrone has spinach in it, doesn't it?
It's got a lot of stuff in it.
Because I'm allergic to spinach.
That's an odd allergy. It's very specific. I think you just don't like it.
No, sir, no. You know what it does for Popeye? It does the exact opposite for me. If I ingest spinach for the next 24 hours, I better be within 10 feet of a bathroom.
Oh, dear.
And there better be a bucket in the bathroom, too.
Oh, dear.
Because the body expels everything out of any available orifice.
Wow. Spinach coming out your eyes and everything.
Yep.
Well, okay. In any case, it had
by all means, carry on with your meal description.
It had a slight note of lentil and minestrone soup in it, which was quite delicious, actually.
It's a bit nutty.
A bit nutty. We shared an app. We had a prime rib pizza, which is pretty. That was actually pretty good. That was like the all-star of the night. Entrees, like I said, they were good but not great. Check it out. Don't. But if you hear about it and if someone tells you that it's like the latest and greatest and you have to go because it's amazeballs, it's not really amazeballs. It's just pretty good.
Okay.
So we got a new foster dog, as you met. You met Ellie.
Yes.
5 months old.
My hands met Ellie, too.
Yeah. She likes to chew.
She's got those puppy needle teeth.
Still got puppy teeth. She's some kind of lab retriever mix of some kind. So she's got energy.
Yep.
She's very cute, though, and she likes to snuggle. So she's all right. She's okay in my book. She's doing good. So she's up for adoption. That's exciting. Sunday, beer and football as per usual.
Bills had a good win this week.
Yeah, I'm not jumping on any sort of bandwagon.
Oh
here.
yeah, it's still.
I've seen the sack before, sir.
Yeah. Yep. No, I have, but I'll call a good win. 2 weeks in a row, good wins.
It's a nice little win. Talk to me after Thanksgiving. Then we'll see where we're at. We'll take inventory at that point because a long way to go.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you.
So, really, that's about it. Then, Monday Night Raw is Monday Night Raw. It's the Roman show, 3-hour Roman show, with some other stuff sprinkled in. And that is the week.
Cool.
Oh, I'm back to the gym today.
Back to the game?
I'm back. Dude, I was off for a month with this illness.
Yeah.
And it's, it got to the point where, like, I wanted to go back, and then as I was sick, my desire to go back decreased. And then it's just like, then you start finding reasons why not to go.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to go back. Because now I'm off my routine.
Yeah.
So today, finally, now that I am at like 98.7% normalcy,
Yep.
Let's just say I have like the slightest tinkering of sinus once in a while, and the cough today. Oh my God, today might be the first day that I haven't coughed incessantly in a little while. So
that's good.
It's coming along. Maybe by 2018, I'll be up to 100%. It'd be great. Anyway, back to the gym today. I committed. I went. I'm sore.
Yeah.
I've been weakened. So I had to kind of ease myself back into the routine, and all of my numbers have plummeted. So I'm back, and now I must work my way back up. And on top of that, I think I'm actually going to take the month of October, and I'm going to hit it pretty hard. So there's going to be gym day, and then on non-gym days, I'm going to be doing probably yoga and riding the bike here at home.
Cool.
So it's going to be kind of hardcore. I've heard of this thing called Sober October. Have you heard of this?
No. Oh wait, I heard it on Babylon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see you doing that.
No, me neither. I just thought I'd bring it up, though. Just putting it out there.
Of all the months for you to attempt to not drink beer, October is not one of them.
Fall is the worst.
No.
Not with like my Sunday rituals with my old man. So it's just not a good time for me. Hockey season's back. I mean, come on, man. But yeah, I'm back at the gym. I'm on a plan though. I'm gonna start working harder, and if I can't drop my favorite beer hobby, then I can at least maybe scale back a bit. A bit. Instead of 4, maybe I'll have 2.
Just remember the words of Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah.
Scrooge McDuck always said, "Work smarter, not harder."
That's the plan. That is the plan. And I bottled my stout on Sunday too. I did all kinds of stuff. Bottled the stout Sunday.
Stuff.
So the stout will be ready to rock in a few weeks. But you know what, the stouts, you can age them for a year. It'll still be fantastic. It's only going to get better. So that's exciting. It's very exciting, actually. It's tasty. You like coffee?
I do like coffee.
I think you'd like this stout.
All right.
Just putting that out there. All right. Okay. That's me. I've babbled long enough.
Babbled on.
Yeah. Sans recent events. How was your week?
Okay. Friday we had game night. It was good to get back into the our normal game night rhythm.
You had a little hiatus there.
Yeah, there's a couple things coming up. I will be out of the rotation again next week because I will not only be at a wedding, I will be performing at a wedding. I am now a fully ordained minister of the Universal Life Church.
You are the MC.
Yeah, I'm the most... You're now married.
Yes. Good. Very good.
Like if you and Jen want to renew your vows after we get done with this, I can do that.
Well, pump the brakes. We'll get to that.
Wow. Wow, you're just... Wow, sir. It's a good thing Jen doesn't listen to the show.
Not so much because I don't want to, but things like that. I don't know if you know this about me. This is funny. I'll bring this up only because it's apropos right now. I'm very... like, I have this thing with... what's the term? Landmark dates and like big round numbers.
Okay.
So,
ergo, getting married October 1st, 2010.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I proposed it after we were together for 10 years. I thought about it prior, then I'm like, well, 10 years is coming up. Yeah. I'll do it at 10. Like I'm real like weird. I leave for work at a very specific time every day. I take my lunch at a very specific time.
So you've got a little bit of OCD.
I guess you can call it that, sure.
Okay.
Or I'm a creature of habit. Maybe that's it. But with numbers and stuff, like if it's an occasion of some kind, I like to celebrate the occasions. We just had our 7th anniversary. To renew now would be silly. 10 is a key number, man. Not 6, 7. Not 7, 10. 10 is the key number.
That's funny. Well, if you guys want to do it in year 10, I can do it.
Sure.
So, yeah. That took all of like 30 seconds to do online.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Cost $40.
Okay, so you got some investment.
I have to get the documentation because New York State requires like official license. Some states don't require like a licensed officiant or anything.
Do you have an outfit of some kind?
I don't have like a priest outfit. If that's what you're talking about. I'm just gonna be
Not
wearing
necessarily that, but some kind of official.
I bought a new
robe of some kind.
No, God no.
A cape,
No,
perhaps.
I've got a cape. I'm not going to wear it to marry them.
I would.
No.
Top hat, monocle.
No. I'm a wedding officiant, not Jack the Ripper. Jeez.
Ascot.
I might wear an ascot.
There you go. You gotta class this up a bit.
No, I dropped a little bit of coin at Men's Warehouse last night.
Okay.
I love fine clothes.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn, are they expensive. Mm-hmm. And all I got was like a tie, a vest, and a pair of pants. Because I already had the shirt.
Okay.
Yeah, that hurt. But it's all for a good cause. So next week I will be out for game night because I'll be officiating a wedding. Saturday was a X-Wing tournament.
How'd you do this time? Come on.
Yeah. This one was, I'm not going to lie, this one was frustrating. This one really ticked me off because, again, it was a small turnout for the tournament. It was only 4 of us. A lot of our stuff going on this weekend. So I kind of drew away from it. I felt, I'm not trying to like brag or sound superior or anything. I felt I had the best ship build there.
Okay. But
I just made stupid mistakes. Stupid mistakes that
cost you.
Yeah. Yep. So,
Is this the monthly tourney?
Different stores will have monthly tournaments.
But
this was Collectors in their monthly tournament.
What I meant is this the one where if you lose pilots, they're out?
No.
Okay.
That's the league.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was Thursday night.
Gotcha.
That was. I took a bounty Thursday night, but I still lost.
Okay.
So, whatever. I gotta get back to just trying to have fun. Now I'm starting to get too competitive with it and sucking some of the fun out of it.
That's what happens.
So yeah, I just gotta remember, just have fun.
Yep.
Just enjoy it. So there's that. Sunday, I didn't even watch like most of the football games Sunday. Sunday we met up with a friend of ours to have like coffee at Platters.
Nice.
You been to the new Platters yet?
I have not.
You would really enjoy it.
Oh?
Your aversion to sweets aside, it's a high quality like Buffalo homegrown place, and they got like a good coffee shop there. So
I do like my coffee.
Fresh ground beans, load up and everything, and fantastic iced teas too. So yeah, I would definitely take the wife there.
Platters, gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
And again, it was mine and Julie's wedding anniversary. We didn't really do much.
It's got to be harder with child and whatnot.
A little bit, but we just kind of hung out for the day. Just browsed around some places, had some fun.
Cool.
Again, it's like it's our 6-year anniversary, so the whole round number thing. It's not like did something for the 1, did something for the 5.
Now you wait for I feel you. After 10, like 50. Well, 25. No, 25. Then 50.
10, I would say then you go by
decade?
The 10s.
Okay.
The
That's
decades.
Fair. That's fair. Okay. So. I'll allow it.
Oh, will you now? Will you, Drew? So yeah, Sunday, then there was the football game, and then, yeah.
There we are.
Here we are. So, that was our week's. Dear listeners, we appreciate you listening to us. We're going to do our best to try and put a smile on your face this week. If you would like to contact us, send us in any questions or comments for the show, you can do so at the following social media locations. You can find us on Twitter at Devils Do Pod. You can find us on Facebook.com/DevilsDoPod. You can email us at thedevilsdopod@gmail.com, or you can find all this information available to you on our website, thedevilsdopodcast.com. That being said, Drew,
yeah,
time to get to cross-examination.
Let us.
All we got this week is our tried and trues, Mr. J. Gelsomino and Mr. Alan Waiters.
That's all right.
Starting with Mr. J. Gelsomino. Drew and Carl, I'm not watching Casino now after last week's laugh fest at my expense. Oh, we hurt Jay's feelings.
He doesn't have any feelings.
I will instead be coming up with Jaws the Revenge fan fiction in lieu of questions.
That sounds about right, actually.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to read it. It is Jaws the Revenge fan fiction.
Yeah, I'm good there.
Good?
I'm good.
All right, yeah, we'll skip it.
Saw it once.
It's got no
That
questions.
was enough. That's
Yeah.
it?
No, just as a little fan fiction.
Thanks for chiming in, Jay.
Nah, I'm kidding. We'll read it.
Okay.
In my Jaws the Revenge, Martin Brody is alive and has to go to Universal Studios to deal with the malfunctioning Jaws ride they made after he wrote his memoirs about his run-ins on Amity.
This is very meta.
Yeah.
This is Morrisonian.
Unbeknownst to him, a new shark has entered the Disney Universal area, and he must save the day with the help from plucky Jonathan Brand is as his sidekick. See what I dissed there?
Typos?
Spell check?
Yeah.
It's a nice mesh of Jaws 3 and 4 and eliminates Sequest from... Oh, you know what? He meant Jonathan Brandis.
Oh.
Yeah. Jonathan Brandis is no longer among the living.
No. No, he's not.
Yeah. He
No.
decided to check out early.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's... And he said, good day, sirs.
Well, good day to you, sir. I hope we didn't ruin your day by telling you that Jonathan Brandis was dead.
Yeah. Sorry. Watch Sidekicks in his honor.
Chuck. Anyway.
Okay, moving on to Mr. Alan Waiters. Carl and Drew, what is your favorite part of fall?
Oh, hockey season's back. I like that a lot. Halloween's fun. That's really it.
You know what makes...
I'm a summer guy. I like not have to go outside with a jacket on. I like sunglasses and long days. I like fall's like, well, the days are getting shorter now. Almost time for winter. Gotta chop the wood. All this, it's just fall feels like a funeral march to me.
No, see, I'm the exact opposite. And what made the events of this week all the more aggravating is, like, I'd rather be starting off the show talking about how happy I am that it's finally October. It's my favorite month of the year. Even though winter is my favorite season of the year, I do love the fall season. Like you mentioned, hockey's back, football's in swing. The weather, to me, becomes civilized. I enjoy a nice, cool, stiff breeze in the morning. Wakes me up, gets me going.
I hate the wind. Outright.
The nature's just dying left and right and doing it in the most beautiful ways.
You're a leafer, are you?
I will not purposely... I will not go somewhere with the sole purpose of looking at leaves, but I will appreciate the scenery as I am driving around.
Lousy leafers.
Dang leaf peepers. So Halloween. Love Halloween. I think we're gonna break out the decorations Sunday.
Good. As much as I love Halloween, I never do anything really fun for it.
It's tough because I love to hand out candy, and if I remember correctly, we were doing the show this time last year.
Yeah.
My neighborhood is a little...
Mine too, a little dry.
Yeah. So, and I don't want to go to someone else's house to do it. I want my house to be...
You're welcome to come to Mike Book's house.
I just say I don't want to go to someone else's house?
You're not going to hand out candy. You're going to terrify the locals. It's great. It's amazing.
And I can appreciate and respect that. I want my neighborhood to have that kind of traffic.
Oh, I feel you. I understand.
I love Halloween. I think this year we've got 2 costumes for William, in case one doesn't work out. My mother's making him a Jawa costume.
Okay. I can see that.
And then we also just found like this really cute shark costume for him. So, yeah. See what works, see what sticks. The shark costume was dirt cheap, so it was like $5 or $6. So I was like, cool. We'll get that as a backup.
You just got to teach him how to say "Uchidi."
Yeah, he's not too keen about things on his head or his face yet. So
So flashlight eyeballs is going to be a problem.
No, yeah, the blacked out the hooded face,
Yeah.
with the glowing flashlight eyeballs, not going to happen.
Okay.
It's just going to have a little hood on it that he will promptly.
Do we
take
know what
down.
Jawas look like under the hood? Have they ever revealed that, like in
I don't
any of
think
the
so.
expanded universe
Not to
nonsense?
my knowledge.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
Okay, Carl, are you excited about the Mulan Szechuan sauce returning this Saturday, even though it's only for a day? Are you surprised that a show like Rick and Morty has so much influence that it can bring back limited items? What other item would you like to see return? I think it's awesome that Rick and Morty has such a following that this was able to happen. As far as the actual sauce itself, I don't eat at McDonald's anymore, so
Good.
the level of excitement for me on that is just in the fact that they're doing it because of Rick and Morty. As far as other McDonald's items, I would like to see make a comeback. The McDLT. Remember the McDLT?
No.
It was like it came to like they split the burger in half
Why would they do that?
because the cold stuff stayed cold and the hot stuff stayed
Oh,
hot.
I get it. That's clever.
No. You know what I want back? You know what I want? This might give me to go to
If
McDonald's.
you say the
and eat
McRib,
again.
I'm going to laugh.
No,
Okay.
God, no.
Overrated.
The CB triple. The
heck?
Cornelius Bennett triple.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that goes back a ways. Was
Yeah.
that a local thing? Was that like just in
Well,
Buffalo?
every like team had to represent like different McDonald's had different like
I
in
see.
Pittsburgh it
Yeah,
would be
yeah,
like
yeah.
the Ben Roethlisberger.
I see. What
And
they,
in Dallas it would be the broken pieces chicken McNuggets of Tony Romo.
he's retired now, man.
I know. He's probably still injured though.
He's a great analyst, though.
I'm sure he is.
He's really good. Like he's
Well, he's got charisma. So yeah, that's or bring back the old glasses promotions for movies when they would have like the limited glasses.
Oh yeah, you know what killed those? Batman Returns.
Well, no, they did it for Batman Forever. I had the whole
I
set.
don't know. Did they?
Yes, I had the whole set. They were
Wow.
actually.
I thought
as,
McDonald's got cold feet after Batman Forever or Batman Returns was a bleak mess.
as crap as the movie was. Those glasses were legit.
Okay.
They were like cut and sculpted and everything. Like
Well, I know the Returns ones were. I had the
the-
Catwoman one. It was amazing.
The Two-Face one, what the handle of it was the coin flipping in the air.
Wow.
And it was really like the Two-Face and the Riddler were mugs, and the Batman and Robin ones were like taller glasses. Those were probably the best that can come out of that movie. So yeah. So
Cool.
Kudos to Rick and Morty. I think I might just be Rick for Halloween. That's an easy costume to do.
Okay.
Give me an excuse to drink. Don't roll your eyes, sir. You haven't bothered to watch the show. The show's
I
awesome.
haven't, and after all this, it's like it's again the mounting pressure is making me less
Drew,
likely to watch it. Yes.
With the success of Samus Returns,
Yeah.
would you prefer a remake of Link's Awakening that came out for the Game Boy or a remake of Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse? Do you see this as a trend since many people group with games like Samus Returns in the 90s?
That is a
I think
good
he meant to say
question.
grew up with games,
Yeah.
not group.
I heard you. I hear you. I'd say it's a possibility, but Link's Awakening, though, I don't know. Maybe it's possible.
I thought
But-
Link's Awakening was the one on the Super Nintendo.
No, it was Link to the Past, sir.
Ah.
Link's Awakening's got possibilities. I don't know if it'll happen per se, though. That's not to say that it won't happen, but I don't see it happening, though. I feel like Zelda's a franchise where when they're going to do a new game, they just do a new game. They kind of push forward no matter what. Metroid, in this case, I'm not exactly sure what their motivation was with Samus Returns to like make a remake the Game Boy
Yeah.
game. But I'm
Kind of
glad
maybe
they.
test the market, see if the desire is still out there.
I think I would think Nintendo's beyond that at this point. Like I think they should know that there's a starving market for Metroid that will buy it. almost regardless of quality.
Yeah, but did they really pay attention to American consumers that much, or is it because I know Metroid's much bigger here than it is in Japan? That's kind of been part of the problem getting Metroid games out.
Here's the thing:
Nintendo takes care of their own before they worry about the gaijin.
Oh, you are absolutely correct. Even me, a diehard Nintendo file, will tell you sometimes I do feel like a redheaded stepchild to Nintendo.
Stupid Yankees.
But Metroid Samus Returns makes me think that they finally understand what the Metroid audience wants. It is more of a Western appeal than Japan. I don't know why that is exactly, but we just seem to love that style game more and that kind of presentation more. The more, I don't know, simpler and silent and without weird weird is the wrong word, but without kind of the more Eastern Japanese presentation. Because Castlevania, obviously is a similar style game, but they layer in the anime influences, and
that's also Konami.
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, Konami's Japanese. I mean, similar thing. They pack in. Castlevania is more Eastern influence than Metroid is. Let's put it that way. But Samus Returns gives me hope that Nintendo kind of figured it out. Like Other M, the one that everyone hates, they let the Eastern influence take over, and people did not like it.
Yeah.
And then Metroid had to go away for a while. Well, it's back, and it seems like they got the message and they figured out like
form.
It's back in POG form. So I think they know what people want. They even farmed it out to a Western dev team to make the game. So that gives me some hope that they've discovered what people want in a Metroid game, and that bodes well. But in terms of Zelda, the Link's Awakening and all that, I don't see it happening just because with Zelda, there wasn't that need. There isn't a need to put out a trusted, has to be good product for Zelda. The way Samus Returns kind of had to be good, and new-ish. I mean, familiar but new. You know what I mean? Zelda doesn't have that. So if they're going to do a new Zelda game on the Game Boy Advance or the Game Boy Advance, oh my God, the 3DS, I think they'll just do it. But I hope they don't. I hope they just keep everything Switch focused from now on. But we'll see what happens with that. Castlevania 3, not going to happen. Konami is basically, as far as I can tell, done with video games. I mean, they'll crap out a Metal Gear game now and again, but I mean, Kojima's gone, so who cares?
Yeah.
But Castlevania, nah, no way. I just don't see it. Iga had to leave. Bloodstained, man, bring it on. I want Bloodstained. Actually,
before I came over here tonight, I was checking out the PlayStation Store because the Tuesday's the update, and the free PlayStation Plus games for October came out. The latest Metal Gear is one of them.
5?
Yeah.
Oh, how you like that?
I was like, I will download that.
I wouldn't even know where to begin. Like, that franchise has had so many twists and turns in the story, I wouldn't even know where to start. And they changed the voice of Solid Snake in 5. What is that nonsense?
But if someone's giving it to you for free, you gotta kick it out of bad freaking crackers?
Yeah, maybe. David Hayter's my boy. Get out of here, Kiefer. You're not my Solid Snake. Anyway.
So that does it for the questions, Alan and Drew. Thank you. Well, thank you, Alan, for the questions. And
you're welcome, Carl, for the answers.
Thank you, Drew, thank you, Jay,
for the...
Now. Yeah, sorry. Kind of rattled today. Jay threw me off by not asking any questions and just spinning us a yarn.
I guess I look forward to more of his fan fiction in the weeks ahead.
Don't say that, because they'll keep writing it. It's not like he could be spending his time in more constructive manners, like watching Casino.
Yeah, watching Casino.
Yeah. Maybe we should just start, like...
I'm just going to show up at his house with the DVD.
With a copy of it?
Yeah. Jay would appreciate artful profanity, and Joe Pesci in that movie, it's a masterclass.
Yes.
So I feel for that alone, you have to watch it.
It is a prime... It's prime De Niro, prime Pesci.
Yeah. Sharon Stone's good in it.
Sharon Stone's great in it. James Woods,
Yeah.
even though the man's a scumbag in real life.
He's a total dirt. Well, he's a scumbag in the movie, so it all works out.
Yeah. So, who else was good in that?
Everyone?
Yeah, pretty much everyone.
Basically everyone?
Yeah, the only person that wasn't in that
Don
movie.
Rickles is in it?
Oh, Don Rickles. Don Rickles is so awesome in that movie.
And it's like not a Don Rickles role at all, but he's in it and it's great.
Alan King.
Alan King?
Alan King.
Yeah, that's a good movie, man.
Yeah. Should watch it, Jay.
You really, really should watch it. Anyway.
Everybody, all our
Go watch
listeners,
Casino.
do us a favor. Send us in like questions and stuff for next week, but lead it off with telling Jay he needs to watch Casino. And we'll just parade him out. So,
Fantastic. All right.
All right. That's our cross-examination. And now on to the news, I guess. This is the one legitimate news item we have.
Go on.
Pre-New York City Comic-Con announcement, Jessica Jones Season 2 coming 2018.
Yes, sir.
No date given in 2018, but we can be fairly confident saying either March or November.
Yep.
'Cause that's when they do their seasons. And that's the news.
There you go.
Well, we can. There's a couple things we could talk about. First off, let's kind of go back to Friday night when Alan was kind enough to bring over his recently acquired Super Nintendo Classic.
Yeah.
Of which you got a second one in the mail today and felt the need to tell us that when you haven't even gotten your first one yet.
Well, update on that. So, I had that little drama with the shipping address and all that stuff. So...
You attacked them aggressively.
Well,
and we're going
to... Slow down, Tiger. So, here's the deal. Alan got his. My order still said processing or whatever. Like, it wasn't shipped. It was expected to arrive today. So, like, Sunday rolls around, and I'm like, all right... I know how the mail works, okay? There's no way.
I know how mail works.
Right? There's no way they're going to give me a shipping notification on a Sunday and it's going to arrive on Tuesday because I didn't pay for expedited. You know what I mean? I got free shipping on this thing. So it's going to be whatever the standard bargain basement rate is.
Oh, maybe we learned a lesson for next time. Then.
Well, here's what. So I go on the live chat and they tell me that my order could not be fulfilled. And they offered to cancel it. And I said, no. I attacked aggressively.
Yes.
I pounced hard. And I was like, that's unacceptable. I ordered this. Your system says it's there. I demand this order be fulfilled. And they're like, well, it was a hot item in demand and we're out of stock. And I'm like, look, I don't care if I have to wait a little while. You're fulfilling this order. Because I don't want to look. I know there's going to be more available, and people are going to be able to get them. But I don't want to go wait in line. I have work. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I ordered it. You said okay.
I'm looking at a confirmed order right now. I want what I paid for. So they documented it. Okay, well, we'll see what happens when we expect more stock in the coming days, and we'll fulfill your order. Okay. I mean, I was pretty heated. The next day, actually, today. Okay. Well, no, I don't know what day it was. It's hard to keep track of all this stuff. In any event, they did not cancel the order. I got my shipping notification today. Going through FedEx, I put the tracking number into FedEx, and I said, hold it, store. The request was approved to hold it at a store, which is right around the corner from my office. So it may be there right now. If not, it's expected tomorrow.
It's a 24-hour Walmart?
No, FedEx store.
Okay.
They'll hold it at a FedEx location. So, Walmart, I will take back some of the things I said about you. Not all. I still think you're...
hold on until you actually have the physical product in your hand.
Let me wait. Yeah, once it's in hand, I'll reserve the right to take some of this praise back. But I mean, just because
Walmart doesn't operate under the no takes backsies clause doesn't mean that you don't have to.
You know me and Walmart. We're not chummy.
No.
I loathe Walmart.
Yeah.
But They did manage to get me an SNES Classic.
Well,
At least
in theory.
in theory.
They have.
Right now, it's like Schrodinger's cat right now.
Yes.
It may not exist. So we'll
Very
see.
possible.
Wait till I open the box, and if it's in there, then we'll know.
But
Alan
fortunately-
does have one.
Yep, Alan has 2 now.
He has 2 now.
I guess that means he's a bigger Nintendo fan than you.
You're adorable.
Well, he's got 2 SNES Classics, and you don't even have 1.
It's because he doesn't work all summer. He can stay up late and get those pre-orders in when I'm sleeping.
To be fair, it's fall, and he's working.
Yeah, now the pre-orders are months. Like last month.
I'm just saying, based on the factual evidence that we have at hand, Alan might be a better Nintendo fan than you.
Oh, sir. I'd like to introduce you to my extensive collection of Nintendo consoles that he does not have in his repertoire.
Do you have a SNES Classic?
No.
Alrighty then.
But I
Case
do.
closed.
I have 2 OG Super Nintendos though. Why 2? Because one is an original launch model. The other is a 1-chip unit that came years later. The 1-chip unit has better RGB output, so when I do manage to get my FrameMeister, which is a pricey object, but I will attain one, I will be able to have very, 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 very crisp, beautiful graphics natively out of the SNES into the FrameMeister onto my HD TV.
How many games come preloaded in your Super Nintendo?
None, because I still have a collection of cartridges.
Alan's got one that has all the games preloaded in it.
I have half of those games in cartridge form.
Yeah, but you got to get up, find the cartridge, take it out. But listen, Alan's just a better Nintendo fan than you.
Let's talk about the getting up factor here for a moment. How long are those cables? Getting up isn't going to be a problem because you got to have that thing in reach at all times.
Listen, sometimes in life we come across facts that are hard to accept. You might have to accept the fact that Alan's a better Nintendo fan than you.
Yeah. No.
Anyway, so Alan brought the Super Nintendo over. After we played a couple regular tabletop games, we switched over to Super Nintendo. What?
Switched over? Nintendo switched over?
That doesn't work there.
Still applies, man.
It's still good. Still good. So we dug into the goodness, nostalgia goodness, but still just plain goodness that was Super Nintendo. Still, for my money, pound for pound, the best video game system ever made.
No argument from me whatsoever. Absolutely my favorite console with my favorite lineup of games ever.
Because the games were like just advanced enough.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Just a little more polished enough than 8-bit, and it was good.
I don't know. It was quite a step up, actually. Like, 8-bit, is what we knew. The 16-bit jump, I feel, was the big quantum leap.
Yeah, it was.
Because
back in the day, like from one generation to the next, there was a night and day difference in graphics.
Yeah. 32-bit. See, the thing with the 32-bit and 32/64, let's call it that, because that's kind of Nintendo decided to skip the 32 and just went right to 64. But the PlayStation and the N64 were the same era. It was kind of a weird mishmash. Games became 3D, but they had really muddy textures, and the games that play style wasn't
a new
perfect.
Art style that programmers were learning.
Yeah. So the last real the big jump that really ushered in a golden age was the 16-bit era.
Yeah.
And for me, the SNES was just the king. And this classic, dude, 21 games on it. We said it before. You can cry about Chrono Trigger all you want, but like this little thing is stacked. It's stacked.
Yeah, the only thing I kind of bat an eye at is 2 Kirby games. I could see one.
I feel you.
I could see one easily.
I hear you.
2.
Well, I've seen a lot of discussion on the interwebs. No, I'm not disagreeing. I'm totally not disagreeing at all.
No, I know.
But the problem is, like, some people, excuse me, some people were like, "What about Turtles in Time? Turtles in Time was..."
Yeah, there's whole, like, licensing.
Do you have any idea how complicated those rights probably are?
Yep.
Not a chance that was going to happen.
Yeah.
No way. Likewise, and then, Mortal Kombat 2 would have been nice. There's no way they're putting that on this tchotchke console for the kids. Street Fighter gets a pass because it's not violently...
Yeah, it's not bloody.
No, not really.
You hit a guy hard enough, they puke, but...
Yeah. And the battle damage portraits, but that's whatever.
Yeah, but that's nothing compared to Mortal
No,
Kombat 2.
not at all. Not at all. So...
Like, oh, look, Ryu has a scrape on his cheek.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Scorpion has no head.
Uh-huh. So we can nitpick the lineup all we want, but man, I'll tell you.
No, lineup is solid. Lineup is
solid. I thought visually with the frames and all that, the border.
Yeah, the
NES
frame
Classic
options
didn't
are
have
nice.
those.
Yeah, that was a really nice addition. Like, I would have just put the wood grain frame on.
Oh,
there
yeah.
and just left it. That's for me, that's the one.
I thought the graphics on HD TV were spectacular.
they're fine.
They were spectacular. Seriously, and we played with the CRT filter on. The old school filter.
Which drives me crazy.
I love it. I thought it looked
But it was still, even with that on, it was fantastic.
I thought it looked great. I was kind of stunned at how really nice it looked.
Yeah.
But I'm a sucker for that era. That's my favorite era. Pixel art like that gets me. That you're going to win me over almost every time with that art style.
Yeah.
And this is the golden age, man. I thought the games just looked tremendous.
What's the pixel perfect option?
Okay, so here's the deal.
Because I saw when you were going through the
CRTs
options.
Let me explain CRTs to you versus the TVs we now have today, right?
Well, I know how they work.
Our audience might not.
Okay.
Well, the difference in pixel perfect versus not. So, your CRT television, the old school big Mamma Jamma tubes, they did not have perfectly square pixels. Their pixels are slightly wider than they are tall.
Okay.
So, on a modern television, it has no idea how to interpolate that.
All right.
So, if you were to play certain games on a modern television, you can see it in games like Ninja Gaiden, Castlevania with the energy bar, with the little red lines. Some will be wider than others. You'll see inconsistent pixel sizes.
Okay.
So, if you play in 4x3 mode.
Okay.
Because it irregularly stretches them. It doesn't know how to do it. It just doesn't. Your TV doesn't know how to do it. The system doesn't know how to do it. Pixel perfect mode rectifies that and squares the whole thing. It makes all the pixels an equal size. So what you get is perfect pixels, but the picture will be slightly narrower. So everything's a little squished together.
Okay.
So perfect, like the screen essentially becomes a perfect square. So when they developed the games, they obviously programmed them for a CRT.
Yeah.
So when they programmed a circle, it was made, a circle on a CRT. When you put it into pixel perfect mode, it may appear to be a little oblong.
Gotcha.
Okay. So that is the drawback to the pixel perfect mode. Looks great, I'm sure. It does. I mean, it looks pixel perfect, but just maybe not quite what you remember.
Yeah. A little like oddity to it.
Yep.
I would probably just play with the smoother on. That'd be fine with me.
See, I don't like smoothers. I like, to me, the CRT filter is the way to go with the scan lines. I used to be against them, but now I'm into them because they really do kind of, again, getting back to how the games were programmed and developed, they were developed on CRTs. CRTs had scan lines. Art styles on the NES in particular, they did a lot of tricks with the sprites and the backgrounds and the color palette available. And remember sprite flickering and all that?
Yep. I.e. any Mega Man game.
Right. But on a CRT, they used that to great effect because they knew the refresh rate on that television, and they programmed it such that it would be part of the presentation. On a new display, it's really not the same. It's very different, actually. It takes away. So I like CRT filters now with scan lines and stuff because it kind of preserves the original presentation to a degree. I've come full circle on them. I used to hate them. I used to love the real sharp pixel look. Now I'm kind of coming back around.
Yep. So what did we start with?
Street Fighter 2.
Did we start with Street Fighter 2 Turbo?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
And it was great.
It was good times. It was great.
Now, we've played that before here on my Super Nintendo.
Yes.
And I got to tell you, on the Mini, or the Mini, Classic, whatever.
Did we play Turbo or did we play
I have Turbo.
Super?
I have Turbo.
Okay.
I don't have Super, unfortunately. It looks so much better on the Mini because I don't have an HDMI. I'm not set up for it. So when you just go out of the yellow cable into your HDTV, you're getting a terrible signal blowing up all big. It's like a big old smudge of Vaseline over the whole picture, you know?
Yep.
The classic looked gorgeous.
Yeah, it was really enjoyable playing that. Controllers were not ideal
For Street Fighter,
for
maybe
me.
not. Yeah,
For
for
me.
you, for a seasoned veteran.
You guys were fine with it.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even use the SNES controllers back in the day.
So you
I
said.
had a different. It was like a third-party controller, it was a little bulkier. It was easier to get like your hands around. So yeah, but no, that was a lot of fun to play. Remembering the little things that were included in that version and were not in that version quite as of yet.
E Honda's evil in that version.
He's so overpowered.
He is cheap. You just 100 hand
get him
slap
in the corner,
across the screen.
100 hand slap,
You're
keep
done.
moving forward. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Savage.
Yep. And then we moved on to Mario Kart,
Oh,
which Alan and I had a great time with.
I hated
You like straight up just spewed vitriol at it.
wow. Is it not good?
It's great. Oh, dude, it is great.
As a dude, and I say this as a devout Mario
Yeah.
Kart fanatic. Mario Kart 8, man, I love it. 7, I loved. Love the one on Wii. Even the Wii version I love with the stupid steering controls. I even love that game. 64? 64! My jam. Battle mode.
It's when they started experimenting with stuff and making stuff different. They actually had like actual 3D graphics.
Yeah.
They could go with. Not for nothing. I take a drink.
That might be the first one today, though, so that's pretty good.
That's true. Some of those turns are kind of hard to judge when everything's just a flat surface.
A little bit. The Mode 7 thing. But the thing is, at the time, man, that like blew our minds.
Yeah.
Like, wait, we can do what? We can spin or what?
Yeah.
What? Here's the thing. Luigi and I, as a kid, I always picked Mario just because that's by
this is
default.
Mario.
And he's a safe driver.
Hadn't really developed your taste yet.
Right.
Yeah.
And he controls pretty well. Tight turns, and he's just a good all around driver.
Yeah.
Me with my Mario Kart 8, veteranness.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll at Luigi. No, he's terrible. Oh my god, he slides all over the course.
All over the place.
Then I'll try Yoshi. Worst decision. He's even worse than Luigi. Oh man, I was not having a good time.
Al and I were having a blast. I took
Good,
Koopa
I'm
Troopa.
Good.
I think I lost maybe one race.
Yeah, that's good. That's real good. I have to say though, man, the music and stuff and brought me back.
Yeah, it's still such a great game. I was surprised we didn't do battle mode.
I know we should have.
Battle mode is
You know what we'll do? Oh, you know what we'll do?
what we gonna
We'll
do
save that for 64 when I get my 64 hooked up.
when the N64 Classic comes
No,
out.
we'll just do it. We'll just do it here one of these nights
All right.
because that. Oh yeah, 64 battle mode.
I don't think I ever played Mario Kart 64. I've heard
like
it's kind of the crown jewel of the series.
Kind of like how Metroid didn't really become Metroid until Super Metroid.
Yeah.
Mario Kart didn't really become Mario Kart
until
until Mario Kart 64 defined the franchise going forward.
Yep.
So anyway.
And then we moved on to Contra.
Oh, Contra
The
3,
Alien
the
Wars.
Alien Wars.
That game is so awesome.
Dude,
We must
it's
attack
great.
aggressively.
I forgot all about the attract mode where they do a little cinema. You get
Yep.
what a wonderful presentation of that attract mode, by the way. Like big graphics, big big drawn
the
art.
Alien Wars, just like
Scrolling across the screen. And then the Earth gets nuked by Red Falcon or whatever they're called, the alien race. And then Lance and what are their names? Lance and Butch? I don't know. Something like that.
We'll say orange and blue.
We must take revenge. Yes. Let's attack aggressively. English is the best.
Gotta love localization.
Oh, it's fantastic.
But the game just holds up so well.
Oh, dude, it's Contra. It's timeless.
Allows you to strike a pose. Was it the first Contra where you could get two weapons?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, wait, did Super C have two weapons? I gotta check on that. I'm not sure. But either way, They couldn't do the pose in Super C.
No, you couldn't pose. Hit the 2 shoulder buttons, and you're just sitting there with your guns out.
And then if you jump when you do that, you can
Fired
shoot
them both at once.
Yeah,
The top down stage was a little disorienting at first.
it is. You have to know how,
You got to remember, like, this
tank
is
controls.
how. Yeah.
With the left and the right triggers
Yep.
to kind of steer yourself around, and then follow the arrows to their destinations because you can only see so much of the screen at once. No map. That would have been helpful. That boss fight stunk, though. Oh, that was hard.
How much crap do you think we would have caught from our younger selves for how many times we died on that first stage?
A lot.
Yeah.
In fairness, though, even young, I died a lot until you learn the level and you master it, and then you learn how to use it, and you just know it.
Yeah.
At my age now, nah, dude, I ain't got time for that. I'm sorry. Great game.
Yeah.
But I can't just memorize the level like that anymore.
You ran over me with a tank.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I didn't know you could do that.
3 times.
Well, you shouldn't have been standing there.
I think you made a point.
No. But the cannon, you see, I didn't know that it shot
recoil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a shame. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Contra, the game was so great. I really enjoyed it. But it was funny when I'm driving home. I was like, I kind of want to play Metal Slug now.
See, I didn't play Metal Slug till years later. So Contra for me is still like the pure form.
Well, yeah, Contra was first.
Right.
But like just the art style and the animation of Metal Slug is so gorgeous.
Yeah, and it's a little more humorous a little bit.
Yeah.
Presentation's a little more goofy. But yeah, Contra is awesome.
Yeah.
Contra is amazing. We didn't dive into any of the platformers or anything, but we...
No, you guys did. Did you guys do some Donkey Kong?
I think Alan fired it up, but we didn't really play it. Oh, yeah, we kind of blew your mind. So you kind of remarked that, isn't it interesting that Donkey Kong... What did you say? Oh, the Donkey...
Oh, yeah.
Hang on. It wasn't... Well, there's a connection here. We were playing Mario Kart, and you remarked...
The Donkey Kong that was in Mario Kart was actually looked like Donkey Kong Jr. from the arcade
because
he had the white singlet on.
Right, and this is before they made Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah.
Mario Kart, that is. And then the funny thing about that is that I told you that the Donkey Kong in Donkey Kong Country isn't even the original Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Cranky Kong, the old grandfather in the rocking chair in Donkey Kong Country, is the original Donkey Kong.
See, I have to call shenanigans on that.
Go on.
Because Cranky Kong is an old crotchety Kong in a rocking chair, long gray hair, cane, everything, which indicates that he has aged.
Mario has not.
Mario has what the hell?
Mario went to the Mushroom Kingdom, where I think you just kind of stay. It's like Neverland. I think. I'm guessing. Then again, Mario in canon, apparently, I would retcon this. Just putting that out there. Mario and Luigi were brought to the Mushroom Kingdom as babies, according to Super Mario World 2: Yoshi's Island.
So did they then leave the Mushroom Kingdom to go learn the plumbing trade?
I'm throwing my hands up here. I don't know.
All right.
Nintendo, okay. So I don't think they think these things through too much.
All right.
Whatever makes for a good game, they do.
Okay.
Yep.
Sure.
You just gotta kind of roll with it.
Where was the game where they got to use the Super Scope 6 and had to fight Dennis Hopper?
Oh, God, I don't... I thought you were being serious for a second. I was like, that he did have that in the movie, didn't they?
Yep.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Then we fired up Secret of Mana.
Yeah, and I had never... That was way before I got into role-playing games, so you guys were going crazy over that, and relatively so. The game is gorgeous, and the music score to it is incredible, and it's just...
I love that game. I played that game to death back when it was new. And honestly, I have not really gone back to it since. Firing that up again and just hearing the music and oh my God, dude. That game is a treasure. Unbelievable. That's a solid $50 cartridge if you try and buy it now. Obviously used. You got your commons that are like $8 to $10. This one's a 50 banger, and when you see it and hear it, you know why. It's
it's good.
It's magical. Secret of Mana is so good. Why didn't they make a good sequel? There's like 4 games that came after. I don't like any of them.
That sucks.
Legend of Mana, I think on PlayStation. I was like, oh, this new Mana game, it's going to be great. Oh, no, it's not.
Was the 4th one called like Unlimited Salad and Breadsticks?
No. I'm confused.
Mana's bread.
Oh.
See what I did there?
See what you did there. Secret of Mana, the land of milk and honey.
Yep.
Okay. In any case, the Super Nintendo Classic gets my thorough recommendation. And I know they're sold out right now, but stores have said they're getting more stock in the days and weeks ahead going into the holidays. So don't be intimidated or frustrated. You're going to have another chance to get one, so go for it.
Yep.
If you can. I work. So, if you work, then I feel your pain. If not, get out of the house in the morning, go line up at Toys R Us or something.
So in other words, you just want to like hire a kid.
You could do that. That's a good idea. Kids were cheap. They don't know what their time is worth.
That opens doors.
That's a great idea.
See, now you're kicking yourself for not having there. Don't you have like
well,
nieces
kids
or
have
nephews
school.
and whatnot?
Yeah, but they got school and stuff. But they don't want to go to school.
No, they don't want to go to school.
If I asked a kid, like, hey, do you want to go to school? Do you want to go stand in line at Target for 4 hours?
Now you're probably gonna have to pay the kid.
Yeah, but again, they don't know what kids don't know what their time is worth. If I offer him $10, he'll do it.
You might be surprised. Kids say are a little smarter than that because they all got the freaking internet. They know minimum wages.
They don't know what minimum wage is.
All right, so yeah, definitely Super Nintendo was a lot of fun. Would definitely recommend it. Another thing we can kind of cover is an issue of a comic. And now, granted, we apologize. We know we always say we're going to review Daredevil comics. And even though one of us, me, keeps up with the Daredevil
I'm
comics.
caught up.
You're fully caught up?
Yeah. Well, this 26? It's right there. Right behind you.
Yep, that's the most recent one.
Yeah. Excuse me. It is the first part of a 3-parter.
Yeah.
Do we want to maybe wait till we finish her off, or do
we can say we'll wait, and we're just probably not gonna do it. Not have no desire, but
we'll go.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the big Drew, I'm so tired of events.
This isn't an event, though.
It is.
It's
not, an event.
It's one issue.
It's an event.
But it's not really
the whole
event.
legacy thing. It's an event. Anyway, but even though we're both tired of events, this issue kind of took us both by surprise, and that's Marvel Legacy #1, which came out last week.
Yes.
So this felt like, I don't want to say classic Marvel, but a little more traditional Marvel.
Sure, which I think is the point.
The only thing about this issue I wasn't too crazy about was the the 1 million BC Avengers.
Okay, I kind of dug that.
Like, the one that really the two that stuck out to me that annoyed me the most were the Iron Fist.
Okay,
because Kung Fu hasn't been invented yet.
But Kunlun had been.
And
he's not Shang-Chi. He's
I know it's not.
So it's not Kung Fu.
And the Black Panther, because Panther's even evolved yet?
That's a good point. I'm not going to overthink it.
Okay.
But point taken.
All right. Just saying.
But you did get a Ghost Rider.
The Ghost Rider riding a woolly mammoth does not.
That's kind of awesome, actually. On paper, you say, I got to have an idea. Ghost Rider rides a woolly mammoth. Okay, let's do it. Lucas likes it. Odin
makes sense because,
Odin. The Star brand? Man, I can't believe of all the things that they kept around from the new universe, I can't believe that Star brand is still hanging around. Granted, it's a whole different take on it, but they
Yeah.
integrated that at all is kind of amazing.
Yeah.
So basically, they entrapped they defeated and trapped a Celestial. Which kids watch Guardians of the Galaxy if you don't know what a Celestial is. They are these gigantic beings, amazingly designed by Jack Kirby in some of his wildest, crazy. They are quintessential Kirby artwork that seeded the universe essentially of life, kind of, more or less.
Yeah.
And one came to Earth in 1 million BC, and it was going to destroy the Earth for some reason.
Yeah.
And the Avengers of 1 million BC, do they call themselves that as such? Not really. They just kind of get together.
Yeah.
And they defeat it, and they trap it, and they seal it away.
Yep.
Well, we know how that works out usually. 1 million years later, it's coming back.
Yeah. And we've got the two biggest things about this issue are, one, the return of Wolverine.
Proper Wolverine.
Yes, Wolverine proper, which, not gonna lie, felt good to see him again.
I'm happy to see Wolvie.
He just kind of, made his presence known.
Yep.
In a big beer truck.
Yeah.
Does it kind of hurt you to think that Wolverine just drinks whatever beer is probably available to him? As no...
He was created before the craft thing started, so, plus he's kind of a gruff, don't care kind of guy.
Yeah.
Then again, if he can't really get drunk because of his healing factor, or he gets drunk slower, he might want something with a higher ABV. He might want to get into craft beer.
There you go.
Drinking light beer ain't going to do anything for you, Wolvie. Just putting that out there, buddy.
So Wolverine's back.
He's back.
And then the sort of return of the Fantastic Four.
In multiple ways.
Yes.
First, we get Johnny and the Thing in the Baxter Building. Johnny shooting up the flare.
Signal flare.
Yeah. And they say, we're reforming the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, and it just felt good to see. Like, the dialogue of that scene was great, and just seeing the signal flare of the Fantastic Four again in a Marvel comic just felt really good.
They've been missing, and
Yes.
it's felt like they've been missing. So
Yeah.
to see them it looks like they're coming back. Good.
Yeah.
That's
And
how the Marvel Universe should be.
even though it's not a comic that I read, it should be out there.
It absolutely should be out there, and I would prefer that I want it to be a comic book I read.
Yeah.
And I have great runs of it, in my collection. Like the Mark Waid Waringo run is that run rules. It rules so hard. It's really good. And I miss that aspect of the Marvel Universe, but it looks like it might be coming back.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
And then at the end of the book, we have Franklin and Valerian,
Franklin and Valeria.
the children of Reed Richards and Sue Storm,
Correct.
jotting around in the cosmos.
And Valeria kind of narrates the whole issue.
yeah.
We don't find out it's her until the end.
Yeah.
But it seems like maybe Reed and Sue have been, they've been off doing multi-universal stuff. Maybe they're bored and time to come home. But we do know that the Celestial threat is coming, and our heroes are going to have to band together to take it down.
Yep.
So we get some Thor,
She-Thor.
Loki.
Yep.
Sam is around. No longer Sam Captain America. He's back to being Falcon.
He
Cap.
still has a shield, though.
Does he? I think was it like his last day as Cap or something like that?
Something like that. I don't know.
Steve is on the road, discovering America.
Yeah.
That old trope. But that book will be written by Mark Waid with Sam Neill on art, and that
Can't go wrong.
Nope, that should
with
be
Mark
fantastic. The team that gave us a good Daredevil run there.
Yep.
So I'm excited for that. I don't know. It felt to me like this is where Marvel's trying to put things back where they should be.
Yeah.
And I don't misconstrue that, by the way.
And
I'm not one of those guys that's, I don't want diversity in my comics, because that You know that's out there.
No, yeah, I know.
And that ain't that at all. I just feel like there's been something missing from the Marvel Universe for a while, and now it feels like it's all kind of coming back.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
It was funny to see the scene where Norman Osborn is trying to break into the Sanctum Sanctorum.
Oh, we got
because
some Doctor Strange action,
there
too.
was in the last issue of Spider-Man, it was like a one-off story for Norman Osborn because he recently suffered a defeat at the hands of the old wall crawler, and it's got him
like he does
wandering the earth searching for answers. And he actually went to where Strange trained in the mystic arts.
Oh,
And,
okay.
Like there were three ancients there. And he's like, I want to train and whatnot. And the whole issue is him like training and learning the mystic arts and everything. And it ends with him like teleporting Spider-Man there and finally defeating him. And then the whole thing was just like a test. The three ancients were judging his character.
So he failed.
So like the whole thing was just like a hallucination.
Yeah.
And he was turned away and denied the knowledge of the mystic arts, but now he's kind of trying to, like, he knows what he got a taste of and now he wants more.
Yeah, I don't like that idea.
I'm not super the issue as it was a one-off, a self-contained issue was done really
That's
well.
fine.
I'm not super crazy about the idea either because you've kind of got Dr. Doom out there doing that.
Yeah.
Norman, just go back to what you were. Just be the Green Goblin.
Just be the Goblin and do Goblin stuff.
So they're kind of starting to set up to return Spider-Man back to status quo.
How so? Define status quo.
It seems that Parker Industries is collapsing. More or less
status quo. Okay,
because they pretty much invaded Latveria because that's where Osborn was held up. And when it comes to Osborn, Peter makes
exceptions,
irrational decisions. So, and that was like, they pulled their SHIELD contracts and everything. And it was all over the news and like what happened with the whole clone thing. Also, like they're kind of laying the path for Parker Industries to go away and Spider-Man could kind of return to more or less Parker status quo, which is kind of annoying because I liked what they were kind of doing with him. I didn't like it at first.
Finally,
yeah, I didn't like it at first, but after a while, it kind of started to agree with me because I saw what they were doing. They were kind of turning Peter Parker into the Marvel version of Ted Kord.
Ah, okay, yeah,
and it worked out really well. One thing they are doing, which I enjoy because I have a love for the character. I like to see the character happy and whatnot. Peter and Mockingbird.
Call me when Mary Jane's back in the fold, dude. I can't get it.
She's off working with Stark.
Yeah, that's weird on its own. Whatever.
Don't get me wrong. I want to see Peter and Mary Jane back together more than anyone else.
We all do. You mentioned SHIELD. They're kaput. They're done. It's all for now.
Is it Tuesday already?
Yeah.
So,
Wait till Thursday. They'll be back.
Yeah.
But in Legacy, SHIELD is effectively disbanded.
Yeah.
I give it a month.
Last time that happened, we got the Norman Osborn controlled hammer.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's happened one or two times since then as well.
Maybe. All in all, though, I kind of like where this is all going.
It's got me interested.
I'm curious.
It's got me willing
see.
to keep purchasing.
There you go.
But again, like probably the two best Marvel comics I'm reading right now are Champions and Defenders.
You've been a Champions guy for a while.
Yeah.
Defenders,
really
I'm still behind on, so I'll catch up.
Have you read any of it?
Yes, first 2 issues.
Okay.
I know it's on like number 5 right now, so I will catch up.
So, it's good times.
Good.
All right, so I mean that's pretty much what we got to talk about since there was no news. So that being said, Drew, time to get to the heart of this matter, which is recapping Defenders Episode 7, Fish in the Jailhouse.
Kind of.
Yeah.
More like in the precinct.
Yeah.
But that's fair. That's fine.
Yeah. So, Drew, what'd you think of this episode?
It's good. I don't have a ton to say about it, to be honest. Other than this is like where things all start to kind of come together, like they've been building towards.
Yeah, this is essentially the 2-hour season finale.
Yeah, sort of like
two
that.
Separate episodes, even though this was a short episode, 45 minutes.
But now we're also drawing our supporting characters to the forefront as well.
Yes.
Misty is now more involved.
Yep.
Colleen's directly involved.
Claire's
involved, and our villains get to go one-on-one with our heroes.
Yes, in a great fight scene.
Cool fight scene. Madame Gao gets to show off some powers.
Madame Gao taking on Luke Cage and Jessica Jones at the same time is pretty awesome.
She can apparently do telepathic stuff.
She's got chi push.
The chi push. I like that. The chi push. Okay. Yeah, pretty cool. But I mean, honestly, the whole second half of this episode is fighting essentially.
Yeah. Which
so I don't have a whole lot to say about that. But there is some other interesting stuff here. For instance, mostly involving Matt.
Yeah.
First off, flashback with Stick and Elektra.
Yes.
And Elektra telling Stick, Matt won't turn.
Yeah.
He's not one of us. Not the way you want him to be. So he says to forget it. She can't. She loves him. So, we're kind of setting up all of our characters here. Well, we're calling back and reinforcing that Matt is not a killer. He won't turn to the hand ever,
the dark side,
or to Stick's side to fight them.
Yeah.
He's on his own. He's his own man. Also, Foggy and Karen have very opposed viewpoints at this point of Matt's life.
But they're still wanting the same end result.
They both want Matt to be normal, but Foggy is accepting of Daredevil, and so far as to go and retrieve Daredevil's costume for him, and says, basically, I know you have to do this. Just remember that if anything happens with Matt Murdock, it affects me too.
Yeah, I don't.
But here, go do your thing.
Yeah, I don't think it's so much accepting of Daredevil as because, like, in his dialogue with Karen, he says, if he does this, maybe this will be the end of it once and for all.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like, okay, go do this, get out of your system, then go back. And neither one, I don't think either one of them fully understand it yet. Where we see that Matt has come to a point, especially in this episode, where he simply looks at Karen and goes, this is my life.
Yeah.
He's finally fully accepted both Matthew Murdock and Daredevil.
And right. He has to do it.
And
that she says, like, you were so close to getting your life back together. It's like, come on. And he just sets her straight. Karen, this is my life.
This is it.
Yeah.
I love how Jessica always makes fun of the costume.
Yeah, you know what, Jess? Stop with the eye rolling. Because you know what? Well, to be fair, her and Luke don't have costumes, which is fine.
Yes, if it wasn't.
True enough. But what it does reinforce, though, when they are rolling together, Matt is the only guy in a costume. So, Danny, we're going to need you to get a costume, buddy.
Listen, even if it's the tracksuit costume, which I hate.
As long as it's something with a mask, please. Yeah. So, about Danny.
Yes.
So, Elektra takes him down to the hole and shows him the Kunlun text or whatever.
Yep. The door. And they're going to fight. Yes.
And she makes some pleas to him. But
she's trying to turn him.
But he's the Iron Fist, and he's been bred for this.
Yeah. And we have another instance here of a character kind of accepting who they are.
Yeah. They start fighting.
Yep.
Danny, just go to the fist to start.
Yes, but
here's the thing.
We see when he goes to the fist, he starts to spam it.
Yeah, he spams the fist.
And she punks him with it.
Yeah.
Because she gets what she wants.
Yeah. My note said, Danny, you idiot. Use the fist, but use it responsibly. So, I mean, honestly, I don't have a whole ton. So, basically, it's good to see Misty getting involved here. I have one small problem.
What's up?
Misty got this promotion, right? Like this new big task force. So on the old job, she was getting crapped on, and like you're one screw up away, and blah blah blah.
Yep.
She gets promoted,
Yeah.
new job. She's still getting crapped on.
Yeah, I mean, now she's probably above the people who are crapping on her in Luke Cage.
Man,
but there's always going to be...
Give her a break. She's doing the best she can here.
I know. But to be fair, they kind of put her in a tough spot.
I guess,
She's bent over backwards trying to help him out, and then Luke punches a hole in the precinct wall and
he does
escapes with them.
But she still agrees to stall the cops.
Yeah,
when they get to the Midland Center. So
Colleen shows up with a bag of boomsticks.
Yeah, she's gonna blow that sucker up.
Yep.
And everyone seems to be a little afraid of that strategy.
Until Matt kind of chimes in and is like, "That's what we gotta do." Makes sense.
Surprising from Matt.
I not as much with the journey he's kind of taken since the end of his second season.
Okay.
With the hand, like he realizes
he has seen some things now.
Yeah,
he fully appreciates.
Some things. He knows that, and he knows that like there's, as far as the building goes, there's not going to be collateral damage because it's only like them and the hand there.
Yeah.
So his decision makes sense for where the character has come from to where the character is going.
That's fair. So really, we got a lot of fights. We got Luke Cage doing some cool stuff, like putting out a gas fire with his hand.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then Danny, it's unclear. Well, I guess we'll find in the next episode, but it looks to me like he put his fist into the portal or whatever it is, and he flies through, and when he wakes up, he is in the heart of a dragon skeleton.
He is in...
So I'm assuming he is in Kunlun.
Or he's just, as I interpreted when I first saw the episode, he's found the remains of Shao Lao the Undying.
Which is how he got his powers.
Yes.
Okay.
So, is this the substance? Is Shao Lao the substance that... I mean, he's the Undying.
I didn't think about
there's gray powder that they put in. The bones are looking gray.
I didn't think about that. Touché, sir.
Alrighty.
But there's a problem with that.
What's up?
Shao Lao looked pretty dead.
I know.
I'm just putting that out there.
It's a fair point. I'm not going to deny it.
Okay.
You know, Shao Lao the Undying may be a title only?
Yeah, he looked kind of dead. But I did like how they panned out, and his skeleton was in
the emblem,
the Iron Fist emblem, but in skeleton form.
So I don't think it's so much a portal,
okay,
as it is more or less a tomb.
Oh,
but then
how
does Shao Lao move between this realm and Kunlun? I don't know. There's
I'm gonna watch
a lot of stuff.
I'm gonna watch the next episode, and I'll let you know.
Yep. Yeah.
But all in all, this was a good episode. I liked it a lot. And I've said it before, some people don't like this portrayal of Elektra, but I think Elodie Yung is great.
No, she's rocking it. Like, my first watcher on this, I'm like, how much of this is actually Elektra and how much of this is, like, kind of residue from what the hand did to her?
Well, to be fair, I think it's very much in her personality to act this way.
Yeah, it is. And
then add in the hand taking advantage of her, and now you have her at this. So don't think that she's brainwashed. I don't think she is. I think she's fully aware right now of who she is, what she's doing, and why she's doing it.
Yeah,
in my opinion. So
alrighty. So next week, finish up Defenders.
Excited.
And we got some time to kill between now and the Punisher. Still haven't been given an official Punisher date. We know it's November, but we'll think of some stuff.
We got you covered.
We always bring good stuff for you.
Always.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us again. Thank you for enduring another rant in the opening of the show. We appreciate it. If you would like to contact us, communicate with us, send us questions, send us comments to be read on the air, you can find us on Twitter at Devils Do Pod. You can go to facebook.com/devilsdopod. You can email us at thedevilsdopod@gmail.com, or you can find all these resources available to you on our website, thedevilsdopodcast.com. Drew, any last thoughts?
Just to bring things home, my last thoughts. Be excellent to each other.
Yep.
And party on.
Always. Court is adjourned.